explain quickly what you will find in the folder for the first paper. This paper, for example, is a really great paper turned in on January 1st when I was teaching this class for winter term. And I asked the author for permission, and she said I could use it and use her name. And you'll notice that there are some cross outs and there are some additions in it, and that's simply because her paper was quite good to begin with, and I had a little bit more time during winter term. So I offered to have people learn how to streamline and focus their papers a little bit more using strategies for more concise, stronger writing. So that is what you see in this example. And if you look in the folder that says paper 1, paper writing, lesson 7, you can find instructions visually written. You can look at the paper, and I know your view is a little bit different from mine, but there is a rubric. So sometimes you have to click on submit before you can see the rubric. However, I can't click on submit because Blackboard wants to make things as difficult as possible for you and for me. And there's not anything I can do about that, so I apologize. The other thing I wanted to point out is that there are 2 ways to open and close folders or modules. You can press that arrow, click the arrow, or just click the name of the item to expand. I know a few people have mentioned that you find this version of Blackboard confusing, and actually this is the newer version called Ultra, and it's less confusing because faculty can't change the sidebars as they can in the old version. So if you did have difficulty knowing what to do or where the discussions are, just to make that a little bit easier, first of all, you can see everything that you might need along the top panels here. I don't know, though, whether you have analytics. And secondly, we have our YouTube playlist that has directions and explains everything. I've also moved our printable checklist so that you can print it. And I believe this copy should be connected to OneDrive. Therefore, you should be able to see any updates or changes that I make, but I will tell you if I do make any of those. So when you are reading through the checklist, you will see discussion and quiz, and supposedly in yellow, the exam that's coming up next week. And the first paper is also an assignment worth 10 points. The exam, when I post it, will be worth 10 points. And all of your quiz questions are the materials I use to make the exam. So I hope this makes it a little easier for you to see what you need to see. You can also look at the agenda, which explains in greater detail what we're doing for each week's work. And if you have trouble with Blackboard and technology, there is that. I hope you're having a good week, and I just want to point out that Starfish will come out with your early grade feedback. So if you have a single digit number of points, that's not ideal. 16 is the maximum points that you should have today for discussions. And then in the next 2 weeks, when we finish the paper and the first exam, your possible total will go up to 36, which is about 1/3 of the points you need to finish really strong. So just keep that in mind when you receive your Starfish grade, and let me know if you have other questions. Have a great day.